Once upon a time, in a fertile kingdom, there lived a young prince named Siddhartha. He was a handsome prince, having everything that anyone could want. However, despite his charm and wealth, he felt there was something missing in his life. One day, while he was strolling in the palace gardens, he met a wise monk meditating under the bodhi tree. Prince Siddhartha was intrigued by the peacefulness of the monk. He approached the monk and asked, "What is the secret of your true happiness, Venerable?" The monk smiled gently, "Oh, young prince, true happiness comes from defeating the enemy within us. In Buddhism, there are 5 main enemies that we must face and defeat to achieve inner peace." Prince Siddhartha was intrigued and begged the monk to teach him the 5 ways to defeat the enemy within. And this is the story of the 5 ways to defeat the enemy within, as taught by the Buddha. The first enemy. Uncontrollable desire. The wise monk began his story. The first enemy we must defeat is uncontrollable desire. In this life, we are always faced with infinite desires. We want to have more wealth, prestige, and other worldly pleasures. However, excessive desires will only lead to suffering and dissatisfaction. Prince, try to recognize your desires wisely. Observe whether they stem from a real need or just from the ego wanting more. By controlling our desires, we can find inner peace. The second enemy. Hatred and anger. The monk continued, the second enemy we must defeat is hatred and anger. Hatred is a poison that corrupts the soul and harms others as well as us. When we hate, we feel tense and unhappy. Prince, when feelings of anger arise, learn not to react immediately. Let the anger be present, but don't let it consume you. Turn your attention to kindness and compassion. In that way, hatred and anger will melt into the light of wisdom. The third enemy. Indifference and reluctance. The wise monk continued, the third enemy we must overcome is indifference and unwillingness to do good to ourselves and others. Sometimes, we tend to be indifferent to the suffering of others or even ourselves. Prince, learn to be more caring and open to the suffering of others. Don't let your heart be frozen by indifference. Do good and share compassion. In that way, our hearts will be warmed by love and kindness. The fourth enemy. Instability of mind. The monk said, the fourth enemy we must defeat is the instability of the mind. An unstable mind will make us easily carried away by emotions and difficult to achieve inner peace. Prince, train your mind through meditation and introspection. Recognize that emotions and thoughts are always changing, but we are actually a stable consciousness. By understanding this, we can achieve calmness and wisdom amidst the turmoil of life. The fifth enemy. Pride and ignorance. The wise monk finished his story. The fifth enemy we must defeat is pride and ignorance. Pride makes us feel superior to others, while ignorance makes it difficult for us to see the truth. Prince, abandon pride and recognize the limitations of your knowledge. Be humble in seeking the truth and learn from anyone, regardless of status or background. In that way, we will find true wisdom and truth. Prince Siddhartha listened attentively to the monk's teachings. He felt inspired to follow the Buddha's teachings and defeat his inner enemies. From that day on, he lived a life of awareness and peace until he finally attained enlightenment and became a better person. This motivational story teaches the importance of recognizing and controlling our inner enemies. The 5 enemies are uncontrollable desire, hatred and anger, indifference and aversion, instability of mind, and pride and ignorance. By defeating these enemies, we can achieve inner peace and true happiness. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to leave a few messages in the comments about what you have gotten from this story. See you in the next video.